Rosen, one cannot prepare a good meal from bad food. Produce produce good food from bad soil. Maintain good soil without good farming, or have good farming without a cultural that places value on the proper maintenance of all its natural resources so that needed supplies are always available.
All right. Is this an argument or a statement?
A statement.
Yes. And then, so did anybody diagram this?
I
Mm.
didn't diagram it.
I don't typically, but sometimes I diagram whenever we review just for the visual. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So it says one cannot prepare a good meal from bad food. So does anybody know how they would diagram this conditional statement?
Um, I would do M in a line that goes to F and cross it out.
So this is kind of tricky because one cannot prepare is kind of like it kind of works like unless in a weird way.
Oh, yeah.
So if we have a good meal, what does that mean we had?
Good soul.
Well,
Uh,
it means that we
or
did
good.
not, I think you had this right actually, Sky. You said you would draw an M to not F.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I said, I guess I could say bad food, or I wanna say like not, I'll say bad food. I want to say good food, but if we had a good meal, that means we did not have bad food. Excellent. That's actually what you said. So you were spot on. I was just using different letters in my head. And we can't produce good food from bad soil. So if we have good food, what does that mean?
We have good soil.
Yep, we have good soil. And we can't maintain good soil without good farming. So it's just going to continue. Good farming, or have good farming without a culture that places value on the proper maintenance of all natural resources. So proper maintenance. All right, which I can't tell if these, I'm gonna see in the answer choices if we have to, if these are technically the same variable. Like if it's not bad food, does that mean it's good food, or is there like something in between? Like, type of thing. But why is E wrong, Sky?
E says when food is bad, it is because of poor soil and ultimately bad farming practices. When food is bad is because is it too strong?
Well, kind of, but this is why it's too strong. Food be bad for many reasons?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just because all of these things are required for good food, that doesn't they're needed to have good food, but that doesn't mean that if we don't have them, that's the reason why food is bad. Or what if we do have, couldn't we have all of these things and food still be bad? Like maybe they're just a bad cook or a bad chef. All right, Lynn, why pick another letter and tell us why it's wrong?
Natural resources cannot be maintained properly without good farming practices. Well, we know that we need a mixture of well, I thought we needed kind of all these things to make a good meal work.
Natural resource. So
Or so that needed cannot be maintained properly without good farming practices.
um so good farming requires like proper maintenance on all of its natural resources, but natural resources, good farming practices is not necessary for
Okay.
natural resources. Do you see how that was switched?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, pick another one that's wrong, Lynn.
Good soil is a prerequisite of good farming.
Why is that one wrong?
Good food from bad soil. We know we have to have good soil, but I don't know if is that this, I guess that would be the start of good farming, but I don't know if there could be anything else.
So good soil, actually, I don't think like good farming is required for good soil. So if we have good soil, if we have good soil, that means that we have good farming, but we don't know that the good soil doesn't come first.
Right.
Because like even though it looks like it because of the arrow, we think that's the order they go in, but really like we can't have good soil unless we have good farming.
Right.
All right, and why is D wrong? Sky.
So D says any society with good cultural values will have a good cuisine. So I didn't pick D because it seems like it was missing um like the farming portion um of sentence 1 where it says good food from bad soil.
So this one is wrong because so this PM is referring to this whole sentence here where it says placing, I don't even know where I got proper maintenance. Oh, good farming without a culture that places value on the proper maintenance of all its natural sources. This is all represented by PM. So what this is saying is, well, one, do we ever talk about good cuisine?
No.
No, but maybe it means good food. So if it were to mean good food, if we have good food or good cuisine, that means that we do have this proper maintenance of all of its natural resources or a culture that places this value. But just having the proper maintenance of cultural values doesn't guarantee good food. So do you see how it switches it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what happens in B. And then why is A right, Lynn?
The creation of good meals depend on both natural and cultural conditions. That's what we said in our statement, that it takes good good farming, culture conditions, natural resources to make, and that will create good meals.
Yep, and it depends. So it needs both of these things in order to happen. Excellent. This is a harder question.